Hey, it's me, Carrie B. Today I'm asking the question, do you have friends and family that you're going to be sending Christmas cards or Christmas gifts to and you really want to make an impact? Maybe you have a boss or clients, somebody that you really want to wow with a card design. Well, look no further. I've come up with a really cute shaker card design. I was inspired by a team challenge that my team leader Sharon decided to host. She said, hey, make 20 cards identical. Use only Stampin' Up! Supplies, get it to me, and we'll do a card swap. And lo and behold, that's how I got started. So come along with me as I show you what I did to come up with my own unique original design for a shaker card. I've put the description in the link below with all of the supplies that you're going to need. I've also created a handy shopping guide on my Stampin' Up! Portal, and I'm also listing a link to it on my website, which is www.floppypoppygifts.com. I'll put a link to that as well. And I'm excited to let you know that I've rolled out a shopping rewards program. It's for my customers. It's a loyalty program. All of the information is also listed on my blog, and I will put a link to that as well. So come along with me and let's have some fun today as I show you how to make a really cool shaker card using snowman-themed products from Stampin' Up! Let's get started. The challenge I had for my team leader Sharon was to make 20 identical Christmas cards. So I got busy cutting all of the pieces, and I thought, why waste this opportunity to show you how to assemble it? So the products that I used are the Stampin' Up! So Many Snowflakes dies. There's a frame and there's different size snowflakes. And then I used the Snowman Season. I always call it Let It Snow, but that's not right. Snowman Season photopolymer stamps and the classic Stampin' Pad in Misty Moonlight. I also used the Winter White. It's kind of a tricky one though, so I recommend doing what you're comfortable with. The first thing that I have to do is make this frame work to hold the acetate, the window film, in place. So what I did was, you can see it's heavier, it's thicker on one side, and it's okay if it doesn't match perfectly. What is going to happen is we're going to trim it to fit after we get the acetate in there, so don't worry. And then with the acetate, we're going to glue it on the back. I tried a couple different techniques, and the best thing I could find was just plain old Scotch tape. If you have some Scotch tape, go ahead and line it up. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but you want to basically get it covering the opening as best as you can without overlapping. And I'm going to put the directions to all of this, how I did it, on my webpage, in my blog. Now, you flip it over, you might see a little bit, but that's okay. If you're super perfectionist, then you need to cut your acetate a little bit bigger. Then, the reason why I add the frame like this is because it holds the edges of the acetate in better. The shaker card contents just don't come out. So I take a little of this glue. Might be better to work on some things so you don't get it on your tabletop. And I put the glue kind of around the edges. This, because we're going to make it like a little sandwich. Just kind of want to line the edges of the snowflakes up. And the better you get that sandwich sealed, the better chance of you're keeping your sequins in you're going to have. Now the next thing we have to do is create a place to put our shaker confetti. So I take foam tape, and we're going to make a nice enclosed area for it to shake around. Closing the gaps like so. Doesn't have to be perfect because you're not going to see it from the front. Okay. What's this guy doing? Go on. I don't want a dead bug in my shaker card. Okay. Do you got that? You got a heavier part on the bottom. Now, you're going to take your shaker card contents and you're going to put them face down. And I like to have it nice and full because some of the pieces, no matter what you do, are going to stick somewhere. They're going to get stuck. Just inevitable. So plan ahead for that. I use a little bit heavier pieces like seed beads and fluted beads in white. Okay. Then I take my background piece that I have stamped. I want to make sure that the
auto sequence start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
September's almost over. Can you believe it? It's gone by in a flash. At the end of September is going to be the end of Celebration. You know, I've been talking about it for a while, but it's a really cool way to build your stash, get a bunch of free products. It's a win-win. You really can't beat it. So don't forget, go check it out before the end of the month, or you're going to miss out until maybe 6 more months. Once you've got your edges sufficiently stamped, you could either put this on first, or what I've been doing when I've been making these is I apply it to the back of this. Being careful. And then I apply this, making sure the thicker side is on the bottom. That's the way that you need to make it readable. And then just gently smoothing over with my hand. Making sure it's totally sealed up. And then you've got your little shaker card. Then we're going to complete assembling it. I'm going to take the big snowflake. I'm going to cut it in half. That's going to go there. Take my air. Take a little glue. Take a scrap of paper. Sort of like buttering your bread there. You don't need a lot. You put it somewhere you find pleasing. This is, I think this is called Wintry White, or this paper. It has a little bit of a sparkle to it. And it really doesn't translate well on film, but when you get it in person, it's a really nice, it's got a really nice sparkle to it. Very subtle. Let's see. Pow. That might not be a cheaper way of doing it, but it sure is fun. You can take your hearts, use them to soak up any excess glue that you might have accidentally ran over with. I gotta glue my snowman down. And it's okay if he hangs over the edge a little bit. I just realized I forgot to put my snow in. So when that happens, which it has happened a couple times in the process of making 20 of these identical cards, I just go in and I sketch out. I can feel where I messed up. I can feel. And then I just do a quick edit, fix it. So, and then a word of caution is make sure the scallops, the bumps are up, not the points, because then it looks like waves, which that could be great for like a mermaid card or something. Right, and then second to the last step is to apply it to the back of the card, or to the card, I guess. So, generous glue, generous, and then just sort of centering it. This back of this card, I used a sponge dauber, like a blending brush with ink, and then I stamped the snowflakes that I did on the Let It Snow on the background with white. That's how I got that effect. And then, whoop, careful. I told you, it's very sticky glue. Maybe work on a mat like this. The last thing we have to do is add the string. And I like it to be kind of falling off the corner a little bit, so I take my tweezers, try to hold it to this glue, this very sticky glue. Again, the string, I wrap it in front of his hand. I guess you could put it in his fingers if you wanted, but then I would glue that down for sure. Okay. And there you have it. And that's how I assemble a card, one of these shaker cards. If you want to add another heart, maybe. If you mess up. You know me, I like to have an easy fix that helps it make it look like you meant to do that. Alright, now maybe just add a little sentiment inside, or a blank card, blank piece of paper, maybe sign your name on the back. It's up to you. And then you're done.